Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Nitika Yadav, and today I'll be presenting a brief overview of natural language processing. Natural language processing is a AI area that deals with processing of natural languages. Now, what are natural languages? Natural languages are any ways of communication between living entities. Right now, we are restricted to humans. How humans communicate? It can be written way, it can be spoken way, it can be gestures, communication through gestures, or it can be communications through any static thing such as image, right? These are the new areas that have been developed: image to text, text to image. Next is speech to text, text to speech, and these way of processing information. And basically we have restricted to human, the way humans communicate with each other at present, the way two humans or a human with a group or another group with a group communicates through video or through audio or through written or through based on static images, right, or dynamic images, that is non-static images. Now, so natural language processing was back then in 1950s around. It was basically based on processing of natural languages using certain limited number of information. But now the information has grown with the advent in internet technologies, big data. A lot of data is available, a lot of information is available. So we have so much of information that processing it is not in hands of a single computer or single thing. We need big infrastructures, cloud computing, large hard disks, large processing speeds to process such huge amount of data. Now, what is processing? Natural language processing has made three words: natural language and processing. I haven't told you what is natural language is any way in which two humans or a human with other group can communicate. So this communication technique is called the way in which humans communicate or any other living beings communicate with each other. It can be any living being. At present, it is based only on human communication, the way humans talk. But it can be extended to way in which other animals talk or other species talk, or even gesture communication with human, like I'm saying this and what does it means. So all right now, it is not fully included. Yes, there are certain gestures detection is there. Using a video and AI and deep learning, we can see what gestures are being said, and we can convert it into certain classification tasks, right? But I'll deal with all these things later. So this is an introductory session, and what I want to tell is the word natural language processing. So look, the word natural language processing, natural I've told you, language I've told you, communication technique. These are the communication techniques to modes of communications to transfer knowledge from one entity to another entity. Right? This is the transfer of knowledge. Basically, it means that. And processing, natural language processing. The third word processing means computing it, processing it for anything. So natural language processing can be processed, that means it can be computed. And now why we need to process this and how we need to process it, these are two things. So processing is computation, but why we need computation? We need to find something, we need to infer something, we need to draw conclusions, we want to learn, we want to save over time and just tell them what this is summarizing to, what is the summary, and or where in what page can I find this information, and or what is this image telling us? Is this a cat playing in a garden, or it is a cat playing on a tree? So such things can be inferred, right? Apart from that, we can search, we can process, we can classify. For example, if I have got an SMS, is it a spam SMS? Should I open the link? Should I not open the link? And things like communicating via chatbots. I want to communicate in a short time. I just want to know where is the thing that I ordered, or what about the last order that I made on some online website about a book that I ordered. Where is the book, and why was it not in a good condition, or was it in a good condition, or maybe I returned it, I have not got certain reference. Or how do we find whether a particular news that I'm reading on internet is fake or not? Is it fake? If it is fake, what was the origin of the fake news? And things like I need to convert everything in a text, I need to convert it into a speech, and if there is some speech or audio recording or a video recording, I want to convert it into a text because I want to summarize it. I don't have time to read and see the whole video that is given in the link. I don't have time to watch for 1 hour of this video. I want a summary of it. So first we need to convert the video or audio into the text, and then we need to apply the NLP processing engine. That is the processing engine. Other application can be we have a lot of ways in which he says I'm going to bank. So what does it mean? A river bank, or it means a bank on a financial bank. So we need such kind of disambiguation tasks. These kind of tasks that can be done. Then there is we need to know what is the sentiment behind, what is the opinion behind certain thing, what are the opinion of people in this group, or what is the opinion of people in this region, or what is the opinion of people in a country. So we need to know certain things like this. For that we have opinion mining, right? Sentiment analysis, to know what is the sentiment that is going on around a particular topic. Say movie, a new movie, say Don't Look Up movie, or anything new that has come up. We need to know what is the sentiment of people around it, right? We need to know the sentiment of people around, say, a topic, like as in Don't Look Up movie, they were saying that there's an asteroid coming, and how do we automatically know the sentiment of a person? Had sentiment analysis be applied there in that movie, then things would have been different for sure, right? We can watch that movie for that. Or classification, like we need to classify, like there are a lot of documents, there are a lot of papers, there are a lot of news that is available in my folder in my hard disk, and I want to just do a text classification. I want to classify into say it was academic thing, or it was a part of my work, or it was a part of writing, or it was a part of literature, or it was just about general topics, or it was just a diary writing. So I want to automatically process it. So these are the things that come in text processing application, right? I'll deal with all these in detail sometime soon. Next is similarity. I've read an article, and there's another article. I want to know what's the difference between the two articles, right? I want to know the difference. I want to know these article and the other article, how much is it different, right? And so this is a similarity context. I want to know if this is similar. I don't want to waste time in reading it again, right? Time is value and time is money these days. So I don't want to waste time in these things, right? And time can be used in other things that are important to you. Maybe you would love to listen to a song rather than reading the same article again, right? So for that we need similarity tools. And how would we compare to documents, or to books, or to speech, or to audio, or to video things, to know that are they similar or not? So for that we need similarity computation tools. Similarity between two audio, speech, using speech recognition, two videos. All these have natural language, because we are talking and we are communicating via natural language. This is the communication technique that humans and living species use, and it comes in that. Next is to find, information retrieval. We need to find certain things, and right now the data is so large. I mean, it's not limited to just one book, and we just go to the index of the book and we just find out that yes, on this page number the thing is there. No. The data is not limited to just one book now. There's so many books, there's so many articles, there's so many files, and there's so many blogs, there's so many articles, there's so many text things, everything is, there's so many image files, so many audio files, so many video files. We need to search all to get the best relevant search results. So text summarization is another. We have got few pages, and we want to just know what is the summary in, say, 10 lines out of the 100 lines documents we have, so that it saves time. Next is paraphrase generation. Right now very much I'm not very much into paraphrasing, but support, but there are people who just take a text document, regenerate the text, and convert using a software tool, and then it generates a totally new kind of basically sentence, but its meaning is same. So it has applications. Basically, certain students use it and things like that. Then we have other things like reasoning. So basically, common sense reasoning and natural language reasoning. So what does it means? Now, what reasoning means? So basically, we want to reason, we want to find things, and we want to conclude things out of text. So basically, I've given you an idea of what are the main NLP areas, and these are the main NLP areas. Other applications that basically use these things only are such as fake news detection, social media analytics, and social media inference engines. So all these things are the applications, right? So natural language processing, these are the processings that we can do with natural language processing, and there are a lot of more things also, but these are the broader contexts that I have talked of, and I'll be talking of more applications as well, but these are the broad context. So now think of it like what and how would it be processed. So for the processing we need some software. Software depends on some algorithm, and so this becomes an engine. This is called a natural language processing engine, in short NLP engine. So this NLP engine basically is based on a software. The software can be on a local system, it can be installed on a cloud architecture, okay, or it can be a web service that we are interacting through a web service only. So there are various ways in which we can install. It can be an app on the phone, it can be anything. But the basic thing behind the software is the backend thing is the algorithm, right? This is the algorithm that is the basis of this NLP engine. So this algorithm can be any algorithm. That depends on how we solve the process, and I'll be discussing about how to solve in the coming video. But main thing is this is the way in which NLP engine works. We have a natural language processing, a communication mode between two entities, between one entity and a machine, or a machine and the entity. Entity can be any living being. The way of communication can be anything like English and German. So need arose back then in 1950s also to convert English to German, to convert German to French, to convert Sanskrit to English, to understand what is there written in the written epic of text, right? There's a lot of epics, there are old books, there are books written in Greek and Turkish, so we need to study those. So for that we need natural language processing that can scan the original script, convert it into English, and we can process it. Because basically most of the processing tools are based on English, so English is one of the standard language. So there are a lot of issues also that comes in natural language processing. Some languages are gender specific, some are written from left to right side. So there are a lot of issues that are there that I'll be discussing in coming videos. So this was a brief overview. Once again, it is a communication thing that we are going to automate. We want to automate because we want to save our time, our energies, and it is not possible for us at present to read the entire internet even in our full lifetime, right? Even if we spend our full life reading the entire data that is present on internet, it is not possible. We have to actually use some processing tool to search the data, to refine the data, to refine the search, to know what we have to read, to know what we have to refine our readings to. And the data is so much on the internet that we need summarization tool, we need information retrieval tool, we need analysis tool, we need inference tool. So now the thing is, hybrid models are also coming. For example, if you do Google search, now the summarization model and retrieval model have been combined. We also see the summary of the documents right now. It's not just the search right now, you also see the summary with it. So much new things have been done in natural language processing. So I'll be dealing with all these in coming sessions. So to summarize, it is a processing engine. We need a processing engine that has a software, and behind the software there are algorithms, and these would be solving the NLP task for us to refine what we read, what we see, and what we infer. Right? Thank you so much. See you soon.